My fellow Americans, I promised you in my previous video that I was going to continue to show you how I plan to balance our nation's budget. Instead, I'm going to take a detour to explain some changes I want to make to our income tax system that will help you better understand my plan. In 2014, 40% of our expenses was devoted to required items, Social Security and Medicare, that are being paid separately by your payroll taxes. That's why they're split off from the remaining expenses, which is what we call the general fund, that is being paid for by your income tax, along with the increase in our nation's debt. Digging deeper into 2014, you can see here that 11% of the general fund is being devoted towards paying interest on the debt. This is a required item. This is an item over the fact that we have no choice paying or how much we are paying. Congress is projecting in 2025 that this item will grow to 24% of your general fund, which means fewer and fewer of your income tax dollars are going to be devoted towards paying on the items that you really care about, namely health, vets, security, transportation, and so on. So my plan is to extract this expense item out of the general fund and create a separate tax for it. Just like Social Security and Medicare have a separate tax for those required items, so I'm suggesting a separate tax for this required item. And that way it will mean more of your income tax dollars will be devoted towards the things that you really care about. Does this mean an increase in taxes for you? No question. As long as that debt is increasing, this item is going to keep increasing. You're still going to pay more and more taxes towards this, whether you like it or not. Also in the future, I plan to expand and extract out of the general fund the education and support for our veterans. These items should no longer be played with like political footballs. They should always be guaranteed adequate funding. So how do I plan to make this happen? I plan to create a separate trust fund for each item and a separate excise tax for each of those trust funds. So the rate of your excise tax will be based on your income level and the number of dependents in your household. The lower your income tax, the lower your excise tax rate will be. My goal is to minimize any impact on lower income families. So my next video will continue to show you how I plan to balance our nation's budget. Please watch for more videos, Facebook postings, and keep sharing them as quickly as you can. Together we will save our U.S. of A.